Chef artist Wendy Brody presents Art of Food. Over the past 20 years, she's become a central figure in the California culinary scene. Wendy's been invited as guest chef at some of the most prestigious restaurants in Germany, Switzerland, and Hong Kong, as well as the Masters of Food and Wine here in Carmel. She's an honorary fellow of the Academy of Chefs and has received numerous awards through many food and wine associations. And now, Chef Wendy.
Welcome to Art of Food. I'm Wendy Brody and my husband Bob. We're on the road again with the Cooking for Solutions Sustainable Seafood event, and we're here at Earthbound Farm.
And the Monterey Bay Aquarium is putting this great event on. This is the second year, and just a fantastic...
And there's so many of my chef idols here, like the masters. They're just, oh gosh, Jim Dodge, Corey Schreiber, Stephen Piles, on
John
and on.
Ash,
John Ash,
We'll talk to Jim Dodge a little bit later, because he's the one that kind of put all these chefs together. So
absolutely.
He's absolutely great. So it's going to be fun.
And the star of it all, Diana Kennedy.
Diana Kennedy is here,
yes.
So we're going to interview her. We'll talk to everybody and have great fun today.
This is, as I said, the second edition of Cooking for Solutions. It's a program that grew out of the Seafood Watch program at Monterey Bay Aquarium. We have been promoting sustainable seafood as a way to protect ocean wildlife and healthy ocean habitats. And the connection between what happens on land and what winds up in the ocean is direct and profound. And that's why we're so grateful to have so many chefs from around the country and from around this area participating and supporting those messages of sustainability. For 4 decades, Diana Kennedy has been committed to researching and bringing to the world the cuisines of Mexico, the dishes that are part of the flora and fauna of that nation, and bringing it to the world and changing the way people think about food, and has been recognized by everyone from the Queen of England to the President of Mexico to every individual who's picked up a book and changed the way they think about food and cuisine. Because we're committed to sustainability, we are delighted and honored to honor Diana Kennedy and to welcome her today.
The famous, infamous Diana Kennedy, famous, an idol of mine. Jim, how did you get her to come up here for this wonderful event?
Well, I knew it was a cause that she's been passionate about all her life, and that she would be a great role model for all of us. And also, given her home in Mexico, and the way that she had it constructed, with the organic gardens and her the way she recycles water, it was just a natural fit.
I was so anxious. About 10 or 12 years ago, I went down to Cuernavaca, anxious to take your cooking class, and it got canceled, but I'm so thrilled to meet you here. I finally got around to it.
Oh, that's wonderful, Wendy. I'm not sure that it's always very good to meet the author of the books, though. I prefer...
It's even better.
Oh,
I tell you it is.
Oh, God. You know, you write things down, and then when I read my first books, I thought, why on earth did I say that? I should have, or why on earth did I put so much, whatever it is, in the recipe? And I just think sometimes it's better not to for people to meet me.
Oh, nonsense. I think I have 3, and you said you have 5 books out now, or more?
Actually, separate volumes. I have 7 on Mexican food.
Oh, 7.
But the first 3 books, that's the Cuisines of Mexico, the Tortilla book, and Regional Cooking, is now in the Blue Book, which is the essential. I don't like I really don't like the title, but you know, the essential is the word today. And plus, I had to slim down quite a bit the tortilla book, and then 33 new recipes. So that's the Blue Book I brought up to date. And then, of course, there's My Mexico, the Yellow Book, with my photographs. And, you know, it sort of adds up to 7, although one is a compendium. I live actually very much more beautiful in the mountains, in the foothills of the Sierra Madre, where the butterflies come from, the monarch butterflies. Jim, you've got to come.
This year?
Yeah, this year or next year. Yeah, right. This year, I suppose. And it's very is sheltered by pine forests, and where I live is a microclimate of orchards and things like that. So.
Now, since you have an English background, do you ever have any English food in your repertoire?
Yes, you haven't read my Nothing Fancy. Do you have that?
No, I don't.
No. Well, 10 Speed Press have it at the moment, but it's...
It's not my fault for not having it.
No, it isn't. No. And I do occasionally make hot cross buns, which of course we're a thing for Easter. And I just love hot cross buns. And I do my mother's pastry crust, which is fabulous. And I do things from English cooking, not a lot. But, I mean, I don't do batter pudding with roast beef or anything like that. But some of the starches, I love English muffins, for instance, and make them on a soapstone griddle and all that sort of thing. So some of the things, yes.
Oh, great.
I love starches.
Oh, well, I know your flan, my girlfriend and I both, that will only make your flan. I haven't tried Jim's flan out of his book. Do you do any of her recipes?
Several times. Yes.
Several times.
Yeah, often. Yeah, they're fantastic. And particularly Nothing Fancy is one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
So, but why don't you tell us about your book that's coming out in September?
Well, I'm very thrilled. I should have done it years ago. I don't like the title. Diana Kennedy's Mexican Kitchen. It's everybody's Mexican kitchen, not mine. But I happen to have written, and it's on techniques and ingredients. But it really, I wanted to say volume 1, but of course the publisher didn't want it, because it's only really a beginning of the different regional things. So, but nevertheless, it will tell people what to look for in a supermarket, what some of the rarer ingredients, which are now coming into the markets, the Mexican markets, all over the United States, and how to deal with them. And description of the chilies, and some of the OTK stuff, what not to do, why don't you do it, stuff I'm famous for.
And with the sustainable seafood, what are your comments and support? How do you integrate that into your cuisine?
Well, I think I'm overwhelmed with what I see at the aquarium here. I think it's a marvelous program, and I do hope this program could be extended over the Mexican border, because it's very, very necessary. Obviously, it's very short-sighted of people just to go on fishing in the same old way without having regard to depleted stocks. And also being very aware around the coastal waters of not polluting them. So I'm totally endorse what they're doing at the aquarium. I applaud them, and I do hope that, I think it probably sets examples for the world all over, aquarium all over.
Right.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've made such a contribution, Jim, in bringing all these great chefs along with the Monterey Bay Aquarium and Ginger. Just fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you for educating all of us.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, everyone's so passionate about it. It's great to see that enthusiasm and commitment.
Great. Well, thanks you.